okay, here it goes. You know, my buddies keep telling me, you need to make a video, you need to tell everyone what you did and how you think different, and it's made such a difference for us and for our families, and you need to share it. And I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna give it a shot, but I first wanna say thank you. Seriously, thank you to everyone who reached out and gave a compliment and mentioned things about the fact that I've dropped 160 plus pounds and, you know, wearing large and extra large shirts now. And I just appreciate that. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. It really means a lot to myself, Beth, our family. Because sometimes, you know, you don't always recognize it, and then you see and you're, oh, wow, I guess I am different. And so I wanted to just reach out and share with everyone. Someone asked me, he goes, what changed? What was the difference? And I said, you know, I was at a seminar once and it brought me back to when I was a kid, boom. And I thought about my brother Tom, and he always told us, be positive, be positive. And, you know, people used to joke with him about always Mr. Positive, but it resonated with me. And when I went to the seminar and I realized, and I heard the guy say that he worked with a client whose wife told him they realized change is easy. I went, wow, is it? Is it really easy? I mean, seriously? Didn't seem like that with me. But then I started really diving in, and I guess that's how Zone WD kind of kicked off. And it was about having a champion mindset and just thinking different and focusing on the positive and doing the things that you would want done. You know, I tell people all the time, when you see a stranger, how do people act when they see strangers? Oh, they're so kind, they're so nice. Oh, how are you? Nice to meet you. Well, shouldn't you treat your family that way? Shouldn't you treat your kids that way? Shouldn't you treat the ones you love the most that way? Kind, loving, joyous, happy, respectful, you know, appreciative. And so I started realizing that I needed to think different. And going through the things we went through, Beth's absolutely amazing. We've been fantastic. Yeah, my arms get tired. I'm like, wow, I just randomly thought about doing this little video. But you're here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. Okay, it happens to everyone. And when I realized I had to learn to think differently, I hired someone. I hired someone that could help me think differently, that had different skills, different methods. And they started telling me, what about this perspective? What about that? Well, what would happen if you thought differently? What would happen if you hired a coach and saw the results? And he even said to me, he goes, before you sign up, before you go to the website, before you ask me to coach you, he said, I want you to think about all the results you could have in your life and what it'd be worth to having and what you would want to accomplish and then what you'd pay for that. Because is it worth it? People pay a ton of money for like weight loss pills and shakes and all kinds of random things, right? And so I'm like, okay, I mean, I've spent money on all kinds of different things to try to get better. And I started realizing, you know, it's kind of a small price to pay when your wife loves and adores you. Your kids say that they want to be the model. When your son describes you as the whole package, and his buddies are like, hey man, what can I do to be around you guys, work out with you, think like you? And next thing I know, I'm like, well, come here, I'll help you out and I'll work with you. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. Okay, that was kind of random and large. Sorry about the switch on the screen. I'm not like used to doing these things, and that was really, really loud plane that went overhead, and I was like, wow, that's random. Cutting the grass, random planes all of a sudden showing up. But at the end of the day, you know, I made a change. I decided to think differently. Obviously, like I said, I hired a coach, and that made such a difference. You know, sometimes having somebody outside of the box to read the label and kind of tell you what's going on and what's inside really makes a difference, and you just see things differently. So I just want to again thank everyone for taking the time to reach out to us, and you know, check us out at zonewd.com. It's really made a difference for us and for our family, and sure it'll help you guys as well. I'd love to add value to your life, and if it's something great for you, awesome, do it. If it's not, at the very least, look for some of the free resources and just kind of make the change for yourself and see what happens, because everything great in life that could happen does happen, and it happens to me and you and all those associated with us. Have another fantastically fabulous, amazingly superior day. Love and respect yous. Bye-bye.